I wear the Batman hat when I'm fighting the good fight. And last year, I had the fight of my life. You see, back in January of 2024, I was diagnosed with ovarian cancer. And I gotta tell you, it was a bad year. I had three major surgeries, the third of which got me a colostomy. Still dealing with that. And I spent 24 days in the hospital, damn near dying. I had three things that kept me alive in 2024. Number one was Medicaid. I'll talk about that here in a minute. Number two was my oncologist, Dr. Guy, who had a way of bringing positivity into the room every time I saw him, no matter what the circumstances, and there were times when the circumstances were quite serious. The third thing that kept me alive was my desire to live to vote in November of 2024. Now, that certainly kept me going, but it did not turn out the way I wanted it to. And I gotta say, man, we all knew, if you were paying any kind of attention at all, you knew what was in the 900 and plus pages of Project 2025. And here we are. It is a blueprint to destroy our federal government. And Elon Musk doesn't give a flying fuck about my cancer, your situation, any of it. He's all about himself. And to allow this man into our government, nobody voted for him. He's not elected. Lord, anybody else would go into the, servers of departments, major federal departments, and started downloading, data, would be jailed in no time. And yet here he is, still running rampant within the government. Now, it was no secret that Project 2025 wants to do away with Medicaid. And as someone who has depended on Medicaid for the last year, and still does, I'll always be a cancer patient. I require monitoring and blood work, and I'm taking a post-cancer drug, a life-saving drug that I have to take for the next 2 years. And so far, Medicaid is covering that. And I know for a fact that I could not afford to purchase this drug month to month if I didn't have that. And I can't imagine. I just can't imagine. I've been through chemo. I've been through the surgeries. I hopefully will not see the cancer come back. But there are people in this country right now that are starting that journey, that are dependent on Medicaid, to give them that breathing room where they don't have to worry about how in the hell am I going to pay for this, and concentrate on the positivity and getting through it and dealing with all of it that comes with it, because I gotta tell you, there's a lot involved. A lot involved. When you've been told that you have cancer, and you're wrapping your mind around all of that, and going through all of it, the chemo and the illness, and just the last thing you need to do when you are in that circumstance is to worry about the bill. How is this going to be paid for? This country would so benefit by Medicaid expanding for everybody. Let everybody have it and learn, grow. My cancer My mother passed away from ovarian cancer, and it is hereditary. So I came to have it myself. And the progress that has been seen in medicine over the last 30 years since she passed is just extraordinary. I'm in remission. My mother never heard the R word while she was going through what she was going through. And she went through a lot. She did a lot of experimental chemo. She participated in a blood study and to do with genetics. And my mother had the BRCA2, had to have. I do. I got it from somewhere. And, just it's pretty amazing how much progress has been made since back then in 30 years. And you think about how much more progress can be made over the next 30 years. And it's, for the life of me, I cannot figure out why we would, in our government, do away with funding for grants in medical science. We should be supporting these doctors and these scientists. We should be giving them everything they need, and to develop and grow and keep moving forward. They are a gift from God. These people with minds for medicine and science are a gift from God, and we need to treat it that way. We need to respect it, because one day, we can only hope that we can say that we can cure cancers. That is the kind of legacy that any president would be proud of. I'm just saying.